Go.
Just write them down. My name is Daniel Altman. I want to share 3 things with you all. A humorous story, a frightening story, and then perhaps some words of chizuk. So I have 4 nephews who've been called up to Tzahal, and one of them is in artillery up in the north. In his non-army life, he's a Rebbe at Torah Shraga. Now, when you're in artillery, the way it works, as I've recently found out, is you fire when you're told to fire, and then there's downtime until the next time you're told to fire. So in my nephew's platoon, there's 8 guys, 3 of whom are dati and 5 of whom are not. And in their downtime, they like to listen to music. And my nephew was a little bit concerned about Kol Isha. So he figured that the best way to get through the Kol Isha issue was to sing along with the songs. And so now, if you find yourself up north near the border with Lebanon, near an artillery unit, and you hear a guy belting out Adele and Rihanna, that very well might be my nephew Eliyahu Stark. So say hi to him. The other day, and this is a true story, the other day I had this very strange dream that a member of my extended family was shot and then disappeared, and we couldn't find him. And you had a dream like this where it disturbs your sleep, and then you wake up and you're thankful that it was only a dream. And I woke up and I was like, oh my God, thank God it was only a dream. And then I remembered my friend Rachel Goldberg. Rachel Goldberg lives in Yerushalayim, and on the night of October 6th, she had Shabbos dinner with her family and with her son Hirsch. And then at about 11 o'clock that night, Hirsch said to his mom and to his dad that he was leaving. And it turned out he went down to a music festival down in the Negev. And then in the morning, as the sirens were going off in Yerushalayim, she figured she should turn on her phone. And Rachel gets a text message from her son saying, "I'm sorry, Mom." And she had no idea what had happened. And she subsequently learned that Hirsch and a bunch of other people were at the music festival. And as the Hamas guys were coming in, a bunch of them went into a shelter to try and hide. And the Hamas people were throwing in grenades. And one of Hirsch's friends, heroically was throwing some grenades out, but a few of the grenades went off within the shelter, and it turns out that Hirsch's arm was severed at his arm, right by his elbow. Somehow he applied a tourniquet, and then Rachel said that she saw a video of him being thrown onto the back of a pickup truck and was brought to Gaza. And now Rachel, every moment of every day since then, has no idea what happened to her son. Did her son get medical treatment? Did he die that day? Did he die a week later? Did he die 5 minutes ago? And there are hundreds of families in Eretz Yisrael right now, just like Rachel. And as we go through our lives, right, on our daily, sure, we're in a little bit of a fog and we think things are crazy, but we have to put ourselves in the shoes of our brothers and sisters in Eretz Yisrael, and there are hundreds of people who have no idea what happened to their family members. So we just have to stop and feel their pain. And finally, I was speaking to my sister the other day, and I told her I was going to be speaking here, and I asked her for some words of chizuk. And I should say that my sister, right now, she'd been a member of the Chevra Kadisha in Renana for a few years, but she also volunteered with the Chevra Kadisha for Tzahal. And so my sister, for about 9-10 hours a day, has been on a base trying to, figure out what's going on with all the body parts that they have and give all of these Kedoshim the final kavod that they deserve. And so my sister, who has seen the worst of humanity, and I asked her for words of chizuk. And she said she spoke to some of the other volunteers, and mind you, these are all women volunteering to try and give people that final chesed shalemas, so that these kedoshim can be buried in an appropriate manner. And my sister told me that these women and my sister, they got together and they said, the amazing thing right now is that this country feels like Bnei Yisrael did when they built the Mishkan. That every single person participated, almost to the level of there being too much volunteerism. And everybody, the whole country is unified, and everybody is taking part. And I realized that it was that unity that built the Mishkan. That unity is what is going to keep us together as a people. And just like that unity built the Mishkan and enabled us to get closer to Kadosh Baruch Hu, so too will this unity of everybody working together towards a single goal as one family, that will ensure that we're victorious in this battle that we're currently facing. Am Yisrael Chai.